Welcome to TM2 Studios and D20 Legends. My name is Mike. I will be your DM this evening. Why don't we go around the table and introduce ourselves? We'll start on this.
Thank you.
You got it. My pleasure.
My name is Michael. I am playing TJ Amberfeather, a human rogue.
My name is. Sorry.
No, let's go ahead.
Didn't mean to Good.
I was going to add something, but no, we can go.
Add something.
Yeah, go ahead.
And monk. A roguish monk. Monkish rogue?
A runk.
Rogue.
My name is Sean. I'm a wood elf fighter named Zagai.
My name is Remy, and I'll be playing Trevor Sanguine, the cleric.
And my name is Ashley, and I'm playing a high elf ranger named Shava Lighton.
Fantastic. As you can tell, it is a well-oiled machine here at D20 Legends. Just want to say that if you go over to our Twitch page, which is
Twitch.tv/TM2 Studios.
give us a follow. We will be giving away this brand new copy of the 2024 Player's Handbook once we reach 50 followers. So please go over there, be entered. And if you're just watching on YouTube, click subscribe, hit the like button. It does all sorts of real cool things for our algorithm. And we would appreciate it. Costs you nothing. Who would like to give the recap of what happened last week? No.
Hey man, you won't allow me. I can do it.
Sean's gonna do it.
All right. Last week we ended up getting to Drakmore, and if I remember right, I don't remember what week this was, but the travel to Drakmore was very intense with snow and weather and cold, and getting ambushed by some elite cultists. But we don't really, at the time, we didn't. Still not 100% sure who the cultists were, but we think our suspicion is maybe the faceless. Not 100% sure on that. And then we got into Drakmore. Once we got there, we were pretty severely depleted in energy. It had some levels of exhaustion. So we went to, was it an infirmary? Is that what it was? Is that what they call it?
Infirmary.
In some place where you go to get healing. Started off there. Then we all went our separate ways. Several people went to the library to begin researching. I went and saw, or Zagai, my character went and saw the instructor for a fighter class. I have the name written down, but anyway. And then eventually we all kind of ended up doing our research and figuring some things out. And the end result, wrote down the end result of all of that research and the things we did, was met with Milo, which is the instructor for the robe. And there's this tablet, which I think we talked about last week, so people should be up to date on what the tablet, like, it's got some magical properties and whatnot. Found out that the tablet is known as a dreadstone. This piece of a tablet, I should say, there's 5 of them. The tablet is known as a dreadstone. It was created by a warlock, and it opens a permanent portal to some of the hells. We aren't sure if it's all or which ones of the hells. And then we had some questions that we are going to set out and try and figure out. Who did this warlock make the pact with? What levels of hell does it open? In my research, or in Zagai's research, he found out that that the leader of the cult, the Faceless, that's kind of after us, looking for this thing. His name is Forecast Moonfall, so we want to figure out who that is and how to find him or her, potentially. Don't know if it's a he or she. Some other questions we have is what does the Faceless want with it? And we definitely cannot keep the stone at Drakmore, so we are tasked with taking it to an oracle at a place called the Severed Summit, which is quite a ways away from where we're at. We're gonna start trekking out and head to Moundsville, and then make our way through Moundsville from there to. So we're starting on an epic journey of getting to the oracle. I think there's a person on the way. This part I wasn't sure about. Was it Grandor Lathgem? I forget who that was.
Grandor Rathgem. He is the Lord of the Dwarven Fortress in the Kaizen Empire.
And possibly the place where we drop off this Doomstone.
So at the moment, we're in Drakmore still, and I think we're going to stay there one more day so everybody can get rid of their levels of exhaustion that they have. That's how I understand it at the moment.
It was late the day when we got done last time, so.
That's where I'm at. Did I do okay?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you did just fine. Yep, pretty much covered all the bases. I just want to give a shout out real quick to Soar Forge, SOAR. I've been using their dice. Now, we're not sponsored by them. They don't give us anything, but
Not yet.
We hope.
I just want to say that these have rolled really well for me, and I like them a lot.
Were those the ones that nearly killed us?
Yep.
Well, and they saved us though. You gotta
Nearly killed you and also saved you.
Yes, don't forget that it was his critical death save for the rogue
So, Sword
That-
Forge.
brought me back to level
Yeah, great progress.
1 hit point so I can throw off one last magic missile.
if anyone is interested, go back 2 episodes ago and watch the battle and you will see what happened.
We are also down 1 player tonight. Billy is out having fun with some friends that are in town. So, Billy, if you're watching, we will ignore the sirens.
And we'll also make sure that Trevor stays alive, but just barely.
And Sean's got bail money.
I don't know about that.
And don't come here if the police are following you.
Right. Yes. And with that, we will jump into tonight's episode, starting off back in Drakmore Academy. You guys have taken your long rest, got up the next morning,
Yay!
were given some information about the Dreadstone. And the early afternoon is yours. What would you like to do?
So my levels of exhaustion are all gone.
Uh, I mean, you originally had 3, right?
Yep.
You went through the night to get to Drakmore, right?
Yeah, but I didn't drive through the night. I drove during the day. He drove at night.
Okay,
So I didn't
it was
add-
1, right? Because you took a long rest
Yeah.
in there.
Yep. If you allow long rest, and then we've had at
You
least
spent 1 day, well, the day and night in Drakmore, and it's now the next morning, so you would have gotten another long rest.
okay.
So that would still leave you with 1, would it not?
Okay. I thought we'd had.
You took time, like when they were healing, but you were just like resting, like downtime.
Okay.
Right? It's not really, more like a short rest.
Okay.
Just
So yeah, then I need one more.
technicalities when it comes to 8 hours worth of rest versus.
Okay, so I still have level one
you
level
still
of
have 1.
exhaustion.
Yeah, I believe Billy does also.
That's a -2 and -5 feet.
So we will want to hang out here until all that is done. So we'll want to.
Gonna spend another day here at Drakmore.
Yeah, we'll get rid of Oliver.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, we can do some
That
more
last-
research too. I was thinking.
sure. Let me know what you would like to do, and we'll go about it. Chime in at all at once.
Oh, okay. While everyone else is doing their research, Trevor is actually going to wake up or sorry, he's just gonna go over to the alchemy lab, use his herbal kit, and create another
Ooh,
potion of
there you
healing.
go. How much does that cost you?
24 gold
All right.
and
Mark
8
that
hours
down.
of effort.
Yep. So, yep. For most of the day, Forever will be off brewing his second healing potion, correct?
Second
All
healing
right.
potion.
Mark that off. Mark the gold off your character sheet,
Okay.
and within 8 hours, so that'll take Trevor out of the equation for the day, as he's busy running around getting his stuff together, brewing, perfecting his technique. That leaves the 4 of you left. He's there, but not there.
I was going to do some research on where we're headed.
Okay.
So things about the Kaizen Empire, Lord Grandor Wrathgem, the Oracle, Shadow Pass, everything on the Severed Summit, just to be
Let me
prepared.
make notes. You want to research Lord Grandor, right?
Yep, in the Dwarven Fortress. And then places that we're supposed to be headed to, like Shadow Pass, uh, Veiled Gates, Severed Summit, Kaizen Empire in general, any information about the Oracle at the Severed Summit. Figure this would be a take the rest of the day. That way we can information about where we're headed and not be completely blind.
All right. See what we can give you as far as that stuff.
Maybe anything about Lone Tree, so we'll be passing through there. I'm assuming you've already given us everything there is on Marco Pavlik, the Warlock.
As far as you, yep. As
Yeah.
far as they've,
As far as they know. Okay.
yep. Any information that they have, it's not much.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I need another day here, so I want to take time to kind of get an idea of where we're headed, what information we can glean, and
Right.
are there any maps that are available that I can copy, transcribe, what have you.
Interestingly,
Since I have not that was
interestingly enough, that's kind of where what I was thinking. 'Cause I'll let you finish.
well, double checking. I thought I must be thinking of a different character.
You're thinking of me because I have.
I know you have it, but I
Yeah.
thought I also had it because I had two toolkits. Double checking. But I could be thinking of a different character. It only shows forgery kit, thieves tools. I could have swore I had a cartography. Thank you. Not seeing anything here, so I must be thinking of a different character. Yeah, I don't have that. Okay. Backup tune I was thinking of. Yeah, no backup tune. In case this one dies, I have a backup. After last game, I have a backup. Or not last game, the previous game. I brought it back. He's got a cartography.
So that's what I was thinking. It says cartography tool says draft a map of a small area, and what I was going to ask from a DM perspective, if I'm get directions or somebody tells me, because last week we were figuring out how to get to the Oracle way far away. So with the cartographer tool, how does that work?
So what does it say again?
It says draft a map of a small area, and it says
Small
DC
area.
15.
Right. I would imagine that as you're going, bit by bit through the region. You'll be able to cartograph that small area, and then as you build and build and build, then you'll be able to make a map out of it. But
Yeah.
you're basically going to start on point as you go. You got to keep, keep
Yep.
telling me, yeah, I'm going to
Yep.
keep building my
Every
map.
rest.
Well, that
Every
was
rest.
why I was asking if they have any maps here that we could have our cartographer make a copy of. So that way we would have at least a basic idea of where we're headed
There you go.
instead of just the verbal description. Because I grew up on it's past the old farmhouse on the left, and when you cross the creek, take a right at the big oak tree.
But that's kind of my plan now. Is at least
that's how it is, man. You know that.
just trying to get.
no GPS in the same line.
No, there's no GPS, but maps were still a thing.
There is a spell that allows you to always know where you're going.
That is true. True. Do you have that spell?
Not yet.
No. And
Nope.
are you there?
I don't plan on it.
And are you off brewing your potion?
Yep.
All right.
I just wanted to say it's the closest thing to a GPS there is. I know of anyway.
Another thing I'm doing is
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily going to buy anything, but my character, Zagain, is heading around. I'm heading around and perusing the shops to see if
Perusing
anything,
the shop.
see if anything
Zega
catches my
wants
interest.
to do some shops.
So but I'm not sold on anything yet, but I might be before the day is over.
And Shaba, what would you like to be doing?
I'm doing more research on the Nine Hells.
The 9 Hells. The information here to give you guys.
Yes, I do something if I waste away a level of
Yeah.
exhaustion.
Do a little research. Minute. What the hell? We'll come back to that later. Looking at that. Look at you. So first performance. Oh, excellent. We got a good thing.
We're all there's never a not that you aren't headbanging. I'll just treat it like Wayne's World. On mute.
I just love it when you throw the GM a curveball.
We could just go to break now while it's fucking. Let's
Roll credits.
Yeah. Yep, might as well. This is gonna take some time since they want to fucking research a bunch of shit. It's gonna take me a bunch of time to fucking come up with some information. So,
I'll be right back.
yep, pretty much. Ready to go.
Sink.
Well,
Good job.
we didn't have.
TM2 Studios at D20 Legends. My name is Mike. I finally got some notes together. And let's just reiterate that if you go over to our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/TM2 Studios, give us a follow. And we will give away a brand new copy of our 2024 Player's Handbook once we reach 50 followers. Please, cost you nothing. Enter to win a book. All right, diving back in. We had some individuals who wanted to do some research. We got some information for you all. Let's first off do some shopping with Sean. Get this out of the way.
Zagan is looking around the stores, just looking at different things, and nothing at the moment piques my interest. I was basically trying to
Just killing time.
killing time. There's nothing
Window
to
shopping.
do.
All
Window
right.
shopping.
Mark that off the list.
Yeah. So nothing.
Nothing. All right. We'll move over to Shaba, who is researching the 9 hells, correct?
Yes.
All right. So the 9 hells. The 9 hells has 9 layers. The first 8 are ruled by archdevils, who answer to Asmodeus, the Archduke of Nessus. The 9th layer. Collectively, the rulers of the hells are called the Lords of the 9. To reach Nessus, one must descend through the 8 layers above it in order. The most expeditious means of doing so is the River of Styx, which plunges ever deeper as it flows from one layer to the next. Only the most courageous adventurers can withstand the torment and horror of that journey. The layers of the 9 hells are Avernus, Dis, I'm going to apologize for my reading comprehension. Minoris, Lefguthos.
That one.
That one. Fulgessos, yeah. Okay. Stygia. Balborg. Maladomini. Cania. And Nessus. And that is the information you receive researching the 9 hell.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
All right. You're still brewing your potion. Joshua's still doing endurance training. Moving over to TJ. You wanted to research a lot of things. Start with the Dwarven Fortress. The Dwarven Fortress is ruled by Lord Gandor Rathgem. You already know this. He has been ruler for the last 35 years. The Rathgems have always ruled by family name. He is known as the Kind King. He has a wife, 3 sons and 4 daughters. The fortress itself built into the side of a mountain. There's a large, wide path that leads up to the front entrance. with two 70-foot stone dwarf warriors built into the side of the mountain on the sides of the doors. Enter this fortress. Fortress itself, finished construction 250 years ago. Its largest export is gems, mining, dwarves, of course, mine. It is a very rich city. As far as population go, it's 75% dwarves, 15% human, and then 10% elves, gnomes. Upon entering the mountain, the city itself is very much built in a circle, and at the center is the it's a very modern city, banking, um, auction houses, um, shops. Um, roughly about 55,000 people live within the city. Very large fortress. It is separate from the Dakaizan Empire, even though it is sits within the empire. The empire knows that it's better to leave them and have them pay their dues, much like the Ember Reach region. For the Dakaizan Empire, just over 100 years ago, a military coup killed the king and his family, who ruled the region, and took over with a military. They do know, however, that some regions, like the Dwarven Fortress, the Ember Reach, that rather than waste resources conquering it, that infrastructure is already in place and just have them pay their dues. And they will not invade. That is essentially the bark. You give us what we asked for, and we'll leave you alone. Uh, Bits of information on the Shadows Pass. It's a very treacherous path from what is known. Where it begins, again, you will need to go to Lord Rathgem to find somebody who knows where the path starts. It is known as the Shadows Pass for reason. Spirit, wraiths, well within. It is a very treacherous path. You don't find much information on the Severed Summit, but the Oracle is known as the Old Lady. Also going back to the Dwarven Fortress, there is a small town um, not far from it known as Proxton. 100% dwarves that live there. A small population of a couple hundred. Mostly goat milk, jerky, and wool are produced there. Kind of the small town before you get to the, it's kind of the trading post outside of the walled fortress.
How far is it from the fortress?
Let me look at my map.
Day, half a day.
Not yet. There's another town in between the Veiled Gate and the fortress. It's actually a couple of towns that are within there, but the Broxton is literally like within a mile of the front door. More or less where outsiders meet when they are not welcomed within.
Okay.
Lone Tree, roughly a population of 3,000. Mostly humans, dwarves, elves. Their main export or business is horses. They're known as stud farmers or stud managers. And those of you that live in the Ember Reach kind of know that every town kind of has their specific product that they do. So Shady Hill is very much the wine and, upper echelon of the region. Blackstone is the labor, mining, hard drinking,
Blue collar.
blue collar.
Yeah, there we go.
Lone Tree is they produce a lot of horses and livestock for the region. Moundville is basically the main trading city for everything. Blackstone, Shady Hill, everything goes through Moundville and then down to Pleasant Grove, which was on the bay. So basically, that's where anything that's coming in, shipped in or out of the region, comes through Pleasant Grove, and that's the fishermen drinking, sailors, port town is what it is.
Where's Pleasant Grove from Moundsville?
So Pleasant Grove from Moundsville is to the southeast.
Okay.
So I believe, if you look at the map that is around, Pleasant Grove is just to the southeast, where Lone Tree is to the west, southwest. So if you're following the path out of Moundville, basically come to a fork in the road, you turn to the right, and that heads towards Shady Hill and Blackstone. If you keep heading to the left southward, that'll take you down through Lone Tree and Low Tree, and then Southview is down farther to the south. And then across the bridge Across the river takes you to the Veiled Gate.
The map I have here, I think might be cut off a wee bit. It says Pleasant GR. That's where the line is. Then you have Drakmore on there.
If you're in the Facebook or the group, I
Yeah.
do have a picture in there. There's one in there. Way down at the bottom, there's one of the first original
Right.
put in there. I'll also give you guys another map after this that'll have.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
That's everything.
Yeah. Once you get down into the Empire, you'll get it.
Couldn't remember. Because we hadn't been to Pleasant Grove yet, so I was
Right.
trying to remember where it
Yeah.
was.
Let's see. Is there anything else? Lone Tree originally began as a small hunting village, and later it grown into a horse breeding town. It's largely focused on herbs, crops, livestock, trading. But horse breeding is their main. They breed the finest horses in the region. They're expensive.
I guess we aren't getting new horses then.
Well, I mean, and just double check if there's anything else.
Anything special about the Veiled Gate, or it's just a gate to the south?
Basically, it's a border crossing, right? So, papers, please. Must have papers.
Monthly pass.
Mm-hmm. So,
Well, I guess we're getting out the forgery kit.
you'll be entering the Empire. So yes, they will be inspecting you guys and wondering.
Okay.
Yes, entering and exiting the Empire, not so much, but entering.
Okay.
Yep, that's what you have.
Okay.
Okay. The day's gone on. The hours have passed. Your healing potion is complete. You have learned about the 9 hells.
Mm-hmm.
You window shop. Saw some stuff. Didn't want to buy it.
No, just wished for stuff because I don't have enough money. So I'm like, oh, this will be nice one day, but not yet.
I could relate in there. Joshua's continued to do his endurance training. And TJ has gained information about a number of topics. Evening closes in. What would the group like to do?
Dinner?
Yeah,
Is it that time?
yeah. Probably should get some food.
I would imagine since none of you have eaten at all throughout the day.
Well, you said it was
probably pretty
around
hungry.
midday when we started this. I figured it was after lunch.
Since it is nighttime, and I'm curious what Trevor is up to. If he's at the tavern, or well, there isn't a tavern here, but if he's at the maybe one of the establishments that serves alcohol, I'm just gonna go see if I can track
Current-
down.
Currently, Trevor is in the mess hall area, and
Bless you.
he is, since he's been trying to get the exact ratio for a healing potion, and he's just a little a bit out of it. There's soot from burnt herbs all over his face, and
Funny.
and at one point you actually just see him barely holding up his chin right now while a spoon is just digging into some mashed potatoes right now.
I'm unsuccessful in finding Trevor. Just trying to just wonder what he's up to. Is gonna maybe sit with them, have a drink or something, but successful. So I just
Give me a investigation check. We'll see. We'll see as you scour the grounds if you can find out where Trevor's at.
So
Oh, yeah.
if he's got mashed potatoes.
natural one.
At one time, I dropped my face into the potatoes, and as he's passing by,
Gotcha.
Yeah. So investigation
Still
plus one is still
Still
one.
one. I don't have any
It's still
proficiency in
one. You wander the grounds. You pass by a guy who's got his face stuck, but he doesn't look familiar.
So because of that, I'm just heading back to like the fighter area.
You got it.
Eat some food there, go to bed, call it a night.
You got it. TJ's getting some grub. Is that it? Mess hall time.
Mess hall time,
All
have
right.
some food. After that, find a spot to relax,
Sure.
smoke a pipe.
Yeah. You're in the mess hall. Trevor's in the mess hall.
Trevor's in a mess at the mess hall.
And Trevor is a mess in the mess hall. Let me clarify. And then Shava,
I'm getting some food too.
you're in the mess hall also. All right.
Yep.
So the three of you are together. Joshua's there also because he's hungry after his endurance training. He's just tearing into his stuff.
8 hours of endurance training.
He's looking pretty tough. Sweaty. Yeah. I said buff, I meant rough. He is exhausted from the day. And is tearing into his fried chicken and taters. His meat and taters.
So I will regale them with what I found out about Dwarven Fortress,
By all means.
Kaizen Empire Shadow Pass, and everything. Let's see. Lord Grandor Rathbun has been ruler for the last 35 years. He is known as the Kind King. A Rathgem has always been the Dwarven ruler, going back forever, or how far back do we know for sure?
Since it's construction 250 years.
So since the fortress was built 250 years, yeah,
Ruled.
a Rathgen has always been ruler. He's known as the Kind of King. Wife, 3 sons, 4 daughters, built inside of a mountain. They've got 2 large 70-foot tall stone dwarf statues on either side of the main door going into the fortress. Their primary exports are gems, meaning, of course, 75% dwarven, 15% humans, and others. City interior is circular around a primary forge. Got pretty much everything you could think of. Shops, banking facilities, auction houses, etc. 55,000 total residents inside. Even though it's within the Kaizen territory, it is not part of, really part of the Kaizen Empire. like Ember Reach, they pay dues or things or whatever to them. How long ago was the military coup?
Just over 100 years ago. It gives you a little bit better idea.
That's what I thought as soon as you started to describe it. Yeah, no, when was the military?
Just over 100 years.
100.
Yeah.
So the Kaizen Empire's been around.
The last 2 generations.
Was the Kaizen Empire still there when it was under the king, or was it something else under the king? And it's now that the
It was something else under the.
The Kaizen Empire has been around for about 100 years. It is the result of a military coup that removed the previous king and family in a with prejudice kind of way. They're a very militaristic empire. Ember Reach and Dwarven Fortress, as I said, are not necessarily part of their territory, but they do pay a tithing or dues. Couldn't find anything really on the Shadows Pass. We'll need to see Lord Rathgen to get more about that. Not much on the Severed Summit where the Oracle is. All that we know is she's referred to as the Old Lady. There's Croxton, a small town outside the Dwarven Fortress, within about a mile, where those who are not welcome inside the fortress are stay. And that's pretty much it. We'll pass through Lone Tree. We all should know about Lone Tree, horses, stud farms, agriculture. Veiled Gate is a border crossing. God knows what will happen when we get there. That is it. Yep. That's it. That's all I know.
Wow.
That was a lot of information. Oh. Wow.
Surprised they have so much on the Dwarven Fortress, but hey, that's kind of nice because that's going to probably be our first stop
Yeah,
once
probably.
we get there. Get into the
250 years?
been there a while.
There.
Well, that's when the fortress was finished. So was there anything about when it started? When they started building?
No.
No. Okay.
And it's Lord Hayden Coulter, who was the ruler of the Kaizen Empire.
Lord
Hayden
Adon.
Coulter.
Huh. Did I get all the mashed potatoes off of my face?
You still got a little bit on your cheeks there.
Yeah, that's all I learned.
So we're heading out tomorrow then?
Sooner the better, I think. If this thing's a magnet, like I think it is, sooner we get it someplace safer, the better.
All I know is that you do not want to summon the Nine Hells. It is a bad.
Imagine.
And there's also a River Styx that you don't want to cross.
Oh. Now, since we're sharing, I pull out the 2 potion bottles. Got a couple here that are freshly brewed.
Wait,
Nice.
Yeah. In the future, I'm going to be taking commissions on this because these things, even brewed by myself, are expensive.
We haven't found a whole lot of stuff to sell, unfortunately.
Oh. That's okay. Taking some time to brew them. It's just I can't always be the one to do it. Or sorry, to pay for it. So, in the meantime, I think we might also need some healers kits,
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
but we'll have to get those in Moundsville. There's not much in the way of selling here for those kinds of things. Am I correct on that, DM? So pat the bottles. These will at least be useful for us if we run into trouble again on the way to Mounds.
Yeah, we'll head out for Moundsville and then supply up for the longer trip. So
Wonderful. Then I'm gonna do the evening prayer, and I'll see you all in the.
Okay.
I'll walk out.
Trevor gets up and leaves.
Yeah, I'm gonna go hit the snake.
Java follows suit.
I'm having an after dinner smoke, and then I'm hitting the guy.
TJ pulls out his pipe, packs it up.
Find a nice quiet spot somewhere. And
Corner, looking out the
well,
window.
isn't there? Didn't we say there was
Observation tower.
No, not the tower. Fuck, the word is escaping me now. An open air area, patio,
Yeah.
garden,
There's plenty of
park.
Like a courtyard or something.
Thank you,
Courtyard.
courtyard. That was the word I was looking for. You sit on a bench and look up at the stars, have a smoke.
So within the cafeteria-ish and large glass windows, you can look, there's doors that on either side that lead out to a patio section. Look out on the grounds. Patio chairs, tables with umbrellas.
Take a drink, my pipe, and go sit outside for a bit and relax.
Not gonna lie.
That's tomorrow night.
That is tomorrow night. I can't wait, really. Yes, sounds lovely.
Finish off my drink, finish off the smoke, the pipe, and then call it a night and finally get rid of my
Cool air.
last.
Yeah, still cold out, so
I won't be out there long. And call it a night.
you go. Say, guide.
Oh, I had already headed back
You
to
headed
the
out,
fighter
almost
area,
done?
and I'm
Oh, that's right.
And I'm
Yep.
I already called it a night, so I missed all of
Yeah,
that
you
stuff
did.
that just happened.
And there's
Walked right by us, didn't see us.
Exactly.
And as you all get up and do your things, Joshua is still left there eating his food as he looks up. Notes that everybody's gone. Mushed it down the front of his face. Oh, I'm gonna go clean up and get out of here, go in bed. He gets up and heads to his room. Quiet evening as you all settle in for the night. Climb it into your bunk. As the night takes you. Go on. Zaga. In the blackness. a white orb, a little bit about the size of a saw, glowing, swirling with smoke on the inside, fades from the darkness and comes into view. You notice that as it comes into view, it sits upon atop a gnarled staff.
All right, so an orb with smoke like coming off the sides.
Swirling like within it, swirling around.
Sometimes those details come up later. You never know.
Yep.
That's smoke swirling around inside.
Emanating a white light. And as it comes into view, you realize that it sits upon a gnarled piece of wood of a staff. And as your eyes move down the staff, they focus in on a gnarling hand that grips the staff.
Oh, what is gnarled? What does that mean? Sorry.
What does that mean?
What does the word gnarled
Gnarled.
mean? Yeah.
Like-
okay.
Like,
Arthritis.
just, yeah,
Okay.
just
So it's like
they're
a
all like
creepy
bent
looking-
and twisted and
Okay.
deformed. It's gnarly look. Gnarled. A gnarled
And there's a hand gripping
hand.
this.
A gnarled hand gripping the staff.
Got it.
Go Google gnarled later.
Yeah.
GN.
GN.
Grasping the staff. You said?
Yes, grasping the staff. Cannot see beyond the darkness any more than that, but you hear a voice. And it's a slight whisper. And it just says, I'm waiting. I am here.
Okay. Whoops. I'm waiting. I'm here. Right.
Correct. And as these words fill your mind, the hand and the staff disappear into the darkness. As your eyes open, covered in sweat, you lie in your bunk.
I'm sitting there just dumbfounded as to I'm trying to figure out what the hell just happened. Was I dreaming? I just take a quick slap to my face and it hurts a little bit. Like, okay, I guess I wasn't dreaming. I don't know what that was. What the hell was that? I'm gonna have to maybe my thought is I think I'm gonna have to ask Trevor tomorrow morning when I see him what the hell that could be. I've never seen anything like this before. And I don't know if I've technically got my 4 hours in, so but
Not yet.
not yet. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what time of night it is, but I'm still I don't know if I'll be able to get any more sleep after that because I'm like my mind is now all like focused and caught up and in a weird way it was both terrifying and comforting at the same time. And and now I'm just and I'm kind of energized. Not sure if I should be scared or what, but somebody's waiting for me somewhere. Some creepy looking hand It's waiting for me somewhere. So I'm just kind of basically. I think I'm gonna lay rest. Not I think I'm laying restless for probably the rest of.
I'll say if you want, it's a few hours, but if you would like to go back into your sleep, you're able to.
Okay.
But
I
it
will-
takes you a while to get
Yeah.
there, to bring yourself down from being amped. But enough to be able to get your trance in. For the rest of you, the morning comes. Long rest is had. Mark off your level of exhaustion. Same with Joshua.
I think
Daylight
Zay
breaks. Yep, go ahead.
I think Jay and I really only had that three levels.
Oh, was it they guy? I thought Joshua did too.
I didn't have any levels of exhaustion.
Yeah, it
Mine
was
were gone.
Joshua.
Yeah,
Oh, it was Joshua? Okay.
Yeah.
I just have one only to begin
Yeah.
with.
it was the
Others
humans
went down.
that took 3.
Took the brunt of the.
Yeah. I've been
Jesus God.
exhaustionlessness for for a while. That's a word. My English is bad tonight, people.
It's as bad as my reading comprehension. Daylight comes,
And we want to go.
and you want
Get out of
to go.
6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot punch.
So
Mess hall is open.
Breakfast.
Breakfast is served. Joshua can't wait to get back to his endurance training.
just watching him run laps.
Standing in place.
This is just Trevor silently just going like,
Shut up. Stop looking at me while I'm working out, man.
Quick question: Where is everyone? Because I'm leaving the fighter area.
Sure.
How do I know where everyone is, or do I know where everyone is?
You don't.
Yeah.
We'll have to meet up with them. You surmise that, most of your group, if they're up, they're going to be getting something to eat. So the most likely place to find them will be in the mess hall or the cafeteria.
That is that's my plan. is to
Sure.
go fill my belly anyway.
All right. Who's up by now? DJ's up. Joshua's up. Everybody's up.
Yep.
So Zagon comes wandering in.
I head straight to Trevor immediately. Trevor.
Huh?
I just had the craze. I'm speechless. I don't even know how to ask you this. Last night in the middle of my sleep, my heart's racing right now. Just thinking about it. Ugh.
you're speechless?
Yes. Heart's racing. Just give me a second here I gotta ask you a question. And I need to know, you might not know the answer to this, but I gotta tell you, you're the only person I can think of to ask this to right now, because it seems like some kind of cleric or magical thing. It's a magical thing for sure. In my sleep, and my eyes open up, and I basically can't, it's like I'm stuck or transfixed or something. And
Okay.
in comes this floating orb thing, emanating some light, smoky looking, creepy as hell looking, some like gnarled, twisted staff in it, and then a gnarled hand, just like kind of creeped me out. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I couldn't really move. I was just kind of stuck and just transfixed. It was like I was almost paralyzed. I don't know if I could have moved. I didn't try. Felt like I couldn't. And these words come out of this thing. It says, "I'm here. I'm waiting," and then basically just disappears into wherever the hell, like in the nether. You have any idea what that could possibly be? Was it your god?
No. For multiple reasons. One, Sune is usually comes in the form of a woman. I mean, sometimes she can choose honestly choose any form he wants. But that gnarled hand does not depict her very well. And her symbol is closer to mirrors and light and various forms of beauty. This does not fit any of those categories.
And both. So I didn't really sleep the greatest. I was able to get my rest in and get some sleep. I'll be good. I'll have enough energy for our travel. I'll be fine. But I didn't get the greatest sleep that I normally would get, and I'm both terrified and excited. I have no idea what to make of this. I might try calling out to it again. Maybe when we get back to bed, when we're on the road, I might try calling out to it. See that.
DM, does any of the symbology sound familiar to me based off of my clerical training?
Give me a religion.
Okay. 15.
15. You know there are many gods.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't quite sound by the description that he's given you. But then again, many gods can take different forms. That is true. Many gods do appear in dreams, but there are also a lot of other creatures that do as well.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, just given the multitude of possibilities, it's hard to determine or narrow it down to one specific
Mm-hmm.
god, entity, demon.
Mm-hmm.
But the nature of it doesn't seem malicious to you.
Okay.
I mean, the words, I'm here, I'm waiting, could be construed in a number of different ways.
Right.
It doesn't seem threatening by any means.
Okay.
Take with that what you will.
Mm-hmm. Zagon, it could be a number of things. It could be a deity. It could be a demon. It could just be indigestion from a potato that
Well, I
did not
slapped
sit well.
myself silly.
There could
make
be
sure
more
I wasn't
gravy
thinking.
than grave in this dream.
Well, if anything more happens, I will I'll consult you more. I feel like you're the person of our group who would know the most about what I should be doing or not doing with this thing. But I strangely have like a fear and a comfort at the same time. Explain. That's how I feel.
Okay.
Don't know what to do with it. Should I listen to the fear or embrace the comfort?
Too early to tell.
But
Go with your instincts.
either way, I
until-
feel strangely drawn.
Okay.
How I feel. You can't base these things on just feelings. I need more information for sure before trying to figure out what this thing is. So I'll have to see what happens along the way.
Trevor's just thinking to himself, can't base these things on feelings. Huh? And it's just like, well, technically I can.
As he says, he's excited.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I told you, Trevor, before that I don't believe in any particular one deity or even know if deities fully exist. I think I mentioned like I don't have a particular religion I follow. So this type of thing to me is very, very new. So I'm like, I'm still at a loss as to what the hell happened.
Hmm. Well, all I can say is your mystery entity kind of hard to go on anything with the limited information.
Well,
Look into it, see more that you can see if it happens again. If not,
I know we're heading out of Drakmar, so I'm not going to ask anyone here. But do you think anyone in Moundsville Moundsville might know that I could ask?
Did you say Mounds View?
I did. Don't worry about it. I caught myself.
I'm not familiar with any religious figures out in Moundsview and
Mounds View.
Moundsville.
I mean, if anything, I'll keep it. I'll just keep it on the back burner unless it appears to be or something happens. I'll just keep it on the back burner until potentially, hopefully, we can eventually reach the oracle that we're talking about.
If that
And then-
oracle, if that oracle has information, I mean, there's
That might-
no telling.
That might be. That's kind of the only lead I got at the moment. To wait till that, unless something happens in between.
Okay.
But thanks for all your help. Thanks for
Mhm.
listening. And if you notice I'm getting too excited or too fearful of this thing, just put me in check. Please.
Okay. Check.
Then I just go off to continuing to eat.
Sure.
Breakfast
Yep.
at that
We
point.
grub. Breakfast goes by. You guys are full bellies. What would you like to do after breakfast, man? What-
Already
Hit the
hitching up the
road.
horses.
Hitching up the horses to the cart, getting it set up, packing up your gear. You load up. Several of your friends and trainers are there to see you off as you load up to begin your journey out of Dragon.
Going to Moundsville, right?
Yeah.
Joshua, if you're going to be running behind, please just hold on to the rope that's attached to the carriage.
Oh, what are you talking about? He's in the back trying to lift it up.
I mean, do you really want to run in this snow, Joshua? I mean, this
Oh,
gravelly, snowy ground.
I'm already tying a harness to his belt, just like treating him like a toddler. Like don't run off too
oh,
far.
what are you doing, man?
Don't do anything stupid.
Fine.
Fine,
You fine.
fine,
Fine.
fine.
I look over at Trevor. You guys have always been like this?
The past few years, yeah.
Oh, so that's how long you've been married?
I mean, at least I'm getting some action.
Burn.
He can have that action.
Yes, he can.
While they're having this conversation, I'm completely lost in thought. Like, basically, during this initial part of the travel, if they'll have to like, I'm lost in thought and kind of looking off in space, thinking about this orb. So if they want my attention, they're gonna have to like
Slap
or,
him.
or like, hey, or like yell at me because I'm kind of
Fair enough.
transfixed on this thing. Just my mind can't
Yeah.
seem to get off of it.
You
at the
got
moment.
Joshua just ends up climbing into the cart and fine. Whatever.
Keeping the harness on him all the same.
All right, you load up. Who's driving?
I'll do it.
All right. So it's been a couple days that you've been in Dragmore. The snow has melted for the most part. So travel is at a normal pace at this point, as the roads have mostly been cleared by other travelers. So just let that be known that the snow is not as deep or as treacherous as it was getting here. And the road is yours as you head out, as your trainers and friends wave you a fond farewell and good luck on your journey.
Yeah, going, oh, they're not coming back.
You think it'll work? It'll take a miracle.
Bye bye, boys. Have fun storming the castle. One quick question.
Yep.
Did we have a timeline on when the Dreadstone was created? Did you not give
Did not get
it? Okay, just checking.
all
Make
you
sure.
know is I think there was information on who.
Marco Pavlik, a
Yeah.
warlock, pact with somebody to help
Right.
conceive the tablet. It creates a permanent portal to one of the 9 planes of hell. And that's all we know. I couldn't remember if we had a timeline as to when or how long it was, when it was created.
Well, Joshua's father gave you information about when he had fought them.
Oh, he did actually fight Pavlik. Okay.
Well, he fought the Faceless when they were
Right.
trying to use the Dreadstone originally.
Which
No.
was about 20 years ago, give or take.
Right. He had traveled around.
Well, it doesn't mean they were the ones that created it.
Right.
I mean,
No, but at least you know at that point they had it. So somewhere beyond there.
beyond there.
Yeah.
Okay.
How long, you don't know.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That works. Just checking my notes.
You got it. You guys. Horses take off. Lead you out of Crackmore Academy. Bye. Good luck.
Bye.
Bye. Have a great time.
So we head off on the road.
Head off on the road.
All the commotion of everyone saying goodbye,
Yeah.
and it brings me back
Oh.
into like, hey, I'm here now. I'm here. So I'm like, I'm
As they guy is staring out the window.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I hear all that and then waving, and now I'm alert.
You're alert. Say guy leans out and waves back to him. Bye-bye.
I look over at him. You get over there?
This was a lot. All the just this was a long couple days and had a long night. I'll fill you in on it at some point, but right now I'm just gotta keep my mind off of it.
All right.
I promise I'll fill you in.
Okay. No pressure.
All right. Who's driving?
Me.
Give me a survival check.
Survival. That is a 21.
Nice. Yep. You guys leave early enough in the morning that getting halfway, and you've been here before. So basically, between Drakmore Academy and Moundville, there's a series of small villages that have inns and taverns. And they're approximately 25 miles from Drakmore, and then also 25 miles from Mountainville. So it's a full day travel to this point.
Mhm.
As your day just goes by, and literally few passersby going to Drakmore as are seen on the road, but for the most part, it's a uneventful journey up till this point. Pull your cart over, secure your horses, taverns available, 1 gold a night, not very expensive. It's typically the resting spot between Drakmore and
Mountain.
Moundville.
Couldn't hang out here for that night? Ah,
Good point. Why did we stay here on our way up?
not a clue. Oh. Someone want to get the room?
I got it. I'll go get it. We just need one room, do you think, for all four of us?
I mean, how big would the rooms be? Like, is this like a tiny kind of establishment?
These are
Do we need-
We're gonna need 3.
small little. Yep, they're very
Oh,
cramped
I
quarters.
got them. I'll subtract 3.
Sure.
I'll pay for them. I got
You
them.
got it.
I'll take 3 gold off my.
Sure.
You did say gold.
Gold. Continental breakfast in the morning.
Oh, that it's that nice. Oh, okay.
Yeah, super nice.
I'm just gonna go into the tavern and to sit at the
Sure.
bar.
Yep. Ah, the barkeep's up there just wiping down the table. Ah, come on up. I
Hey.
get you.
Oh, what you got with some bite?
Bite, will ya? All right. He reaches over and he grabs this unnamed bottle of hard liquor.
Mm-hmm.
Wants a bite. He pours a small shot and goes, take a swig of that.
I'm gonna just smell it first.
Yep.
And
It's the equivalent. It looks like Jim Beam, but smells like odorless, like vodka. Like it's like almost like a beer. It's-
really? All right. And mm, oh,
Even for Trevor, this is.
it's the
Dry.
you said it's
the
like Everclear.
equivalent of like literally swallowing down a fireball.
Moonshine.
Okay.
But it's dark, yeah. It's dark.
Wasn't expecting. that.
Nobody ever does. On the house. He just loves doing that to people.
So.
Yeah. And like you feel the burn like all the way down your esophagus and you feel it in your stomach. And it takes a moment. And like within a few minutes, typically alcohol, it's got to pass through the liver and whatnot. This, like, literally, you're like, eyes start like just shifting and blurring.
Careful what you pour there.
Mm.
Goodness.
It's my own home special brew. How do you
Oh,
like it?
Hey, Shava, have you ever been
I just took moonshine. Like I took bathwater moonshine.
I know this is gonna sound crazy. Have you been blasted before, Shava?
I have not.
What do you think? Should we join Trevor on this one?
Sure.
I just feel frisky. I don't know what it is.
I'm just sitting back eating breakfast. I'm just watching.
The tavern. Trevor's actually at the bar. Have you gotten a table or you
Oh
said
wait,
you were
never mind.
eating, right?
Yeah,
I
we're
screwed
just
up.
Yeah, he
I
had
screwed
gone
up.
to
My
the
bad.
tavern.
Yeah.
You guys are just
Yeah.
staying at the hotel.
Got rooms.
I thought
It's a whole nother.
I thought the tavern was part of the
No,
hotel.
no,
Yeah,
That- that is what I thought
separate.
too.
my bad.
Also my bad. So forget what even time.
That's fine.
Is it just
It's not far. Literally, you leave the inn. It's literally right next.
I mean the next plan was
Like there's a alleyway in between, but
that is my next plan after getting rooms, just to go tell them what rooms we have
oh sure. Yep.
and have a drink. That's
Yep.
my-
You get checked in. They give you your rooms. It's a small establishment, so first floor, total of probably 6 rooms. You got 2 on one side, 1 on the other. And they basically just do a breakfast in the morning. There's
Yeah.
nothing else.
Yeah.
And their continental breakfast is mostly breads, milks, juices,
Jesus.
fruit, cheeses.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, if we're all checked in, then I want to look for dinner. It's at the end of the day.
Sure. Yep.
I was not expecting to be drunk off of one.
I walk in
glass.
and I look at Trevor and I'm like, his eyes are all glazed over. And
Not glazed over. It's more like they're big saucers
And
right
I go,
now.
how
And
the
a
heck-
googly eyed.
and I think into my head, before speaking to him, I think in my head, how much alcohol has this guy consumed? 30 seconds in, he's drunk as a skunk. How is that? How is that even possible?
I'm holding on to the
Literally.
I'm holding on to the counter. It's like it's
And you're just staring.
kind of doing the.
comprehend what's happening.
I was gonna. Trevor, are you there? Are you there, buddy?
Gotta
I don't
make sure-
understand how you're so drunk.
Hold on to the masts. The ship is might capsize. Oh boy.
Well, I was gonna give
Joshua
you.
makes his way behind you. I got you, buddy.
Whoa! Kraken! Kraken!
Yeah.
I was gonna give you a room key, but I think I'm gonna just hold on to it for right now, and I'll get you back to the room later. Yeah. Or I had, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You all
actually
enter the establishment.
Trust not the
Time to
captain's
see.
quarters.
Trevor is there at the bar, literally holding on, as like he literally left you like 5 minutes ago.
I find the table farthest away from him.
Sure. I mean, it's not a very big establishment, but yes, there's a table, 4 seats available towards the back. You pull up, waitress comes and takes your order. Later
Ales,
returns. Yep, with
ale, something,
ales.
food.
ales for everybody, and basically meat and taters, a chunk of roast and a baked potato.
Do you have I'm gonna need, because this has come up before. Me and Joshua discussed this. I'm gonna need a bucket. So
You
that's
ask it, are you asking?
I'm asking the waitress.
The waitress.
Yeah.
A bucket.
Yes.
Well, what do you need a bucket for?
Well, how do I explain this one? Well, let me just tell you, I might need to use it to splash on somebody later or now.
She giggles. It just doesn't believe you and wanders off. I got
that's
other
exactly-
tables to
okay.
attend with. I'm sorry. I can't indulge this.
Dang it. Need to get a bucket. Gotta splash them awake.
So barkeep's like, how about another there?
What?
How's the bite on that one?
No, I haven't caught any fish yet. Still waiting for the waters to be chummed.
I look over at TJ. What do you think the barkeep just gave him? He gave
I have
him.
no idea, and I don't want to be close to him when it comes back.
Well, obviously he gave him something if it made him that drunk that fast.
These small establishments, they make their own stuff, and they're
Oh
you
God.
never know how strong it's going to be.
Oh Lord. So it's probably safe to say that he'll probably be wasted for a while.
The rest of the day.
Well, a day. You might be driving tomorrow.
Maybe.
I don't
I
have the
just-
survival skill to do it.
I just still can't, I'm still just baffled. He was like, he drinks so much and then he is just in 5 minutes drunk. That doesn't even compute in my. I don't get it. As
Well,
much as that guy
obviously, if
drinks this, whatever alcohol this is, there's a part of me, I don't think I'm going to do it. There's a part of me that wants to try it for myself because that's once in a life experience.
Well, obviously, if it's made. You don't know what the dude put in this alcohol that he had Trevor try.
Yeah, to not go if it knocked out Trevor that bad, me who doesn't get drunk that often,
I would
think
risk it.
put me unconscious.
Yeah. You'd
But-
probably be unconscious for a day, maybe more.
There's this adventurous side in me today that me.
You sure about that?
No.
What's your constitution?
14, 16. 16 with proficiency.
The Holy Lands are right over at that horizon, my friends. Just beyond that silt and that flop.
What do you
Blossom.
do? Slam the whole bottle? Jesus.
Joshua sits there drinking an ale next to you. How you feeling there, buddy? Doing all right?
What time of day?
Storm on the horizon.
Evening.
Evening, you know?
The end of our first day on the road.
Head over, boys.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to be sure.
You'll actually just see me swimming on the floor.
First night.
It's Joshua grabs another ale. He starts singing to himself. Man, it was Marcus was here. He's nice to him. Some songs. Don't stop. Believe. Don't. He starts going.
Don't stop bleating. Hold on to that sheep. Yeah.
Miss that guy. He starts getting a little emotional.
Until you tell me that that this stuff is cleared through my system. This is
Take a
gonna
while.
be- all I wanted to do was be social.
Shava,
Yeah.
reason tempted to try this out. Let me fill you in.
Okay.
I won't get into the full details now, but I didn't sleep very good last night. I got a lot on my mind. And looking at Trevor, he's out of his mind, doesn't know what's going on. It's kind of what I feel like I need. Not know what's going on. But I know I'm gonna pay for it, so I'm not sure what the hell to
That's how you feel, then go for it. I'm not going to stop you.
do. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more resistance. Making it too
Then
easy.
go for it. I'm not going to stop you. That's what you want. I may be your partner, but I'm not always going to be there for you.
Good wingman.
I'm
Man.
I'm very seriously contemplating going up to the bartender and
Sure.
asking him for
Are you just contemplating it this time or what?
staring at the bar, like almost getting up, but I'm not because I don't like getting drunk. It's like not my thing, and I hate it, and I don't want to throw up, but I also want to like just let my mind be numb for a little bit. So I'm stuck in this
Right.
phase. I'm
Well-
sitting for
15 minutes goes by. Bartender comes up and he just places a rag down in front of you. And as he does, as you're holding on the vision, like this.
Currently, right now, I'm doing the whole Gulliver's Travels thing. You know, like they're the little folk are tying me down.
This overwhelming heat fills your, and you just start sweating. And just, it's like, it's like the middle of summer and you've been like working in your garage and you're just, all of a sudden you're just like drenched in this sweat. Bartender says, "Here, this is for you."
I received the pirate flag. I am now the king of the pirates.
It's about 5 minutes as you're just profusely just sweating. You start to come back to reality.
Oh,
Your vision starts to clear.
hmm. Ah. Look at the rag and just well, so good thing I stopped drinking. Otherwise, I think things would get really weird.
The rag was meant for you to wipe your face.
Why? I just
It's just your hands just wet.
oh, come back and it's completely smeared. Like,
And some dirt. It's, the rag itself is just wet.
oh, what do you call that thing?
That's what I call the firebomb. My own special brew. I like it when people come in and say they want to try something with some bite. Lasts about 20 minutes. It'll give you a hell of a buzz, but
Oh,
yeah, any more of that? Probably not going to come out of it.
really?
You want to try?
Hmm.
You look like a daring young soul. Willing to put it on the line?
Hmm.
He starts reaching back.
And then there's just this dry heave going on. Like,
All right, maybe
Yeah.
another time.
next time I'm in town. Oh, and I sit down at the table.
As
How
you
long
get-
have we been
as you
here?
get up to leave, he gets you a glass of water. He says, "This will help."
I look at it thinking, oh, like it's vodka, like.
Yeah, just water. Help hydrate you.
You liar! Thanks.
Need to rehydrate after that.
I think so. I think I lost about 5 gallons on me somewhere. Are you supposed to taste like copper and I don't know what a little bit of wood or something on the what is that aftertaste?
Oh, that's just the barrel we brew it in.
Do you clean it?
Yeah.
I
That's
just-
what gives it a good flavor.
maybe you should call it the cast iron. Anyway, Trevor just walks over to the party table and just sits down and just starts blinking for the next 20 minutes.
Trevor walks over. Sits down.
So you look somehow better, but worse at the same time. I don't know what to make of what's going on. Are you okay, Trevor?
I'm fine.
I'm so confused.
I'm-
You were
I'm
just
fine.
you were just blasted drunk, and now you're not. What is this? Is it magical liquor? What is this?
I mean, give it a shot.
You know, I was tempted to.
Just one shot. One shot.
I mean,
One shot.
hmm,
Oh,
yeah, I'm doing it. I'm walking up to the bar. I've been contemplating. Trevor pushes me over the edge.
All right.
I walk up to the bar.
sure, you trust Trevor when he's
Well, I was
coming
already-
down from the high.
Because I see that you came out of it in just 20 minutes, I'm like, well, this might be the worst 20 minutes of my life, but
I poured Trevor a glass of ice water and hand it to him here.
Thanks.
Go ahead.
Or no, wait. No, it's thanks.
It's not really Trevor that pushed me over the edge per se. It's just I've already been contemplating and like his work, like seeing that he's come out of it, kind of makes me like, well, at least I'll come out of it in 20 minutes. Assuming.
Well, then you asked me if I should let you drink, and I'm like, go ahead. I'm not going to stop
I
you.
don't have anybody stop anybody.
I'm the old.
Yeah.
I'm not coherent enough.
No.
I'm still like.
I'm still pouring ice plus the water for him to get himself together.
Like you're a pretty seasoned veteran when it comes to
Yeah.
alcohol. And this.
I'm
Alcohol was blessed by some sort of higher power. This came from the abyss.
I don't drink much, and so I'm getting up there.
Yeah.
This is just I'm doing the best I can to role play what's going
Yep.
on.
You got it,
So,
man. Go.
I get up there, but I'm nervous as hell because I don't drink much,
Parties.
and I really want to do it. And I get up to the bar, and I'm about to ask him, and I just can't. I just can't.
As they're standing
Just
there, the
can't.
barkeep is, what can I get you?
Oh,
You look like a stout young man.
well, thank you. I'm a 100-year-old elf. Thank you very much.
Didn't notice the ears. My
Yeah,
apologies.
You're good. I'm a little taller than most elves as well. So probably threw you off a little bit. Well, so I'll be honest with you. Saw my buddy over here, Trevor. He was drunk within 30 seconds, seemingly. And I've been kind of wanting to forget about something for a bit, but then I'm scared because I never get drunk. So I'm standing here contemplating what I'm gonna do. Just straight up, that's why I'm standing here.
I'm going to tell you this. Since you don't drink very much, you don't want none of that.
I appreciate that advice. I will stick with a normal, everyday ale.
Reaches down.
Your most flavorful one that you think, normal ale.
Yep. Slams a flagon up there and a pint, if you will.
How much do I owe you?
That'd be 5 silver.
All right. I'll mark that off.
You got it. Yes.
Thank you.
Sagine. Being a tall elf, this is giant glass. It's a nice, nice color, amber colored lager. Nice head on top of me. With little foam mustaches.
Well, I appreciate you being honest and not letting me take that shot. I don't know what I.
Nope, that is only for true professionals.
Meanwhile, Trevor's just at the table, just like you can actually see, like
Twitching.
shaking, shivering.
DTs already?
What did you say?
DTs
So-
already.
Oh,
I'm asking the bartender. Do you get a lot of people in here that just randomly tell you their stories or like their problems or their things? What goes on?
It happens quite often. I mean, you wouldn't think so, but plenty of travelers coming to and from both the academy and heading to Moundsville.
Yeah, I can imagine you meet a lot of interesting folks around here.
A lot of interesting people that come through here. That's
That's
for
just-
sure.
Just curious because I always wondered what it's like being in a small little. I don't even know if you can call this a town, like a little whatever this is. What do you call this? Settlement?
Basically, you're like a rest stop area. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can imagine. I always wondered what that was like, just working at a place like this, seeing all the.
We like it out here.
Because we travel.
Just
a lot.
us. Yep. Meeting new people every now and again, but for the most part, we just live our lives, go about our daily business.
Well, appreciate keeping me from getting completely annihilated by your whatever this concoction of.
It's my duty to make sure that my patrons don't die on me.
Yeah, I like life. You wouldn't even know the half of it. I won't fill you in, but we all almost died not too long ago. About
really?
4 days ago or so, somewhere in there.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
Well, I can't give you all the details. Just tell you this. We
Oh,
were
top secret. Why, I get it. Almost died.
Well,
He goes on.
yeah, he goes off. He
He
said,
just
oh,
walked.
damn. Well, good. Not that I wasn't going to tell him anyway, but I walk back to the table and
Sure.
hang out with him.
All right.
I'm guessing lesser restoration of myself just to make sure that I
Yeah.
am alive.
TJ, what are you doing during all of this?
Eating dinner and shaking my head. Subtlety and discretion is not this group's strong suit.
I think we have plenty of depression.
Discretion.
What did you say?
Discretion, not depression. I leave that to Joshua.
I think we got both of. I think we got quite a bit of depression.
I look over at TJ. Why does he get like this?
I honestly don't.
Look
Thankfully,
over.
his brother is not like this.
Yeah.
That I did not expect that.
Can you feel your face yet?
I part of it.
Pour another glass of water. Here. Hydrate more.
Thanks.
Welcome.
I look at Shaba and I go, you know what's interesting?
What?
It took the bartender to stop me from taking that shot. Not you guys, the bartender of all people.
I told you if you wanted to risk it, to go for it. That's all on you, not on me.
I'm not saying that.
I'm not going to babysit you forever. You know that, right?
I kind of need it though sometimes.
Kinda need it.
Yes.
Ugh.
Mm.
You think another round of ale, TJ?
Yes, please.
All right. I call our waitress. Another round, please.
Got it.
Thank you.
Yep. So you got something to drink. You got something to drink. Did you order anything for these two? Set another round, right? So
Yep.
No, they're on their own.
Yep.
that's another round for you two then. Yep.
I'm just eating dinner
Yeah.
and looking at
Same.
these two going, the hell?
Yeah, same here.
I try to quickly this time. I know you're busy, waitress, but the bucket's for him. Get a bucket. I need it for later. Stress
It's
cancer.
over. And he's just wet.
Drenched.
All the water you just been pouring on yourself. She's like, it looks like the bucket's a little too late. She walks off.
A little dirty dancing kind of look to it.
Not wrong, I guess. Joshua, what's it going to take to get a bucket for him later? We know we need one.
Stop. Dancing around and singing on his own.
Huh. Well, I think I'm off to bed.
Oh, well, you're going to need, actually, Joshua, you mind escorting him to the bed?
Come
I
on.
hand Joshua the key so he can.
Drop it. Thanks.
Oh, you're gonna have to make a dexterity check on that one.
Yeah.
Let me pull up Joshua. Let me see what he's got.
Based on his condition, wouldn't that be a disadvantage?
Uh-huh.
too?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
okay.
would be. All right, Joshua.
What?
No, because he's drinking.
Oh,
You-
good. Joshua.
This is before we had to bed.
Yeah.
I'm drinking. Am I at disadvantage?
Oh,
Okay.
So is Joshua though, because he's
Okay.
drunk too. What are we doing? This athletics? Is that what we do? Acrobatics?
Did you do
Let's say,
Athletics? I mean, that's up to you. That's up to you.
This would be more of a
acrobatic
acrobatic
Or sleight of-
dexterity check.
or
here.
sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. I was thinking that too. Let's do sleight. of
Okay, they're all the same.
All right. Let's see what Joshua's got for sleight of hand. Oh, he's got pretty good. That is at disadvantage 14.
10.
As you go to reach out, Joshua's just like, and you're just
I face plant. I face plant on the ground.
Joshua, I just realized, are you even good enough to get him back to?
Oh yeah. We're good.
Yeah.
All right, I'll believe it.
As he one arm hoists you up. Let's go, buddy.
When did I start learning to fly? When did the wood panels start to get further away?
$20 says 20 gold pieces say we find face down in the mud on the way back to the hotel.
You know, I don't want to take that back because I think you're right.
And Joshua and Trevor leave the tavern and make their way back. 3 of you are left.
Finish dinner and head back.
Yep, finish dinner. Wrap it up. Drink your ales.
TJ, this is a weird request. Normally, I don't mind being in a room by myself, but this is not. Just had something weird happen last night. Just could I sleep in the corner of the room where you're at?
Figured we were sharing since we only have 3 rooms.
Oh, there you go.
Figured Shaba'd have her own room. Those two would be together in one room, and it's you and me in the other.
Perfect. That is all right. We're good. I just had a weird. I don't want to talk about it. Just had a weird thing happen, and if it happens again, maybe there'll be somebody else to witness it. Make sure I'm not crazy or something.
Whatever.
Make your way back to your rooms. Find your way crawling back to your beds. Some of you crawling, anyways. And
I just-
again, don't get the covers up over you. As you all bed down for the evening, the night goes by, and the sunlight creeps back in through the windows in the following morning. You smell fresh baked goods in the air, cinnamon. As you get up from your rooms, the day is yours. What would you like?
Have breakfast and then hit the road.
Yep. Let's go check on Trevor. Make sure
Make sure Trevor's still
make sure
still
he's
alive.
alive.
Make
Yeah.
sure he's
Still alive.
good enough to travel to keep the trip on.
Keep it up there.
Trevor's actually the first one up and out the door.
Oh, wow.
Just morning.
Hey.
Oh, you look
Alright,
pretty
man.
chipper.
Yeah.
How many fingers am I holding up?
Am I supposed to read between the lines?
No.
Okay. Then you currently have a pleaser.
Reasonably sober.
You remember anything from anything?
I kind of remember, I don't know how, but I think I was on a boat. I definitely remember getting splashed a lot.
Oh yeah. As Joshua speaks up. That was me. As he does it again with his milk.
Oh, God. Those days.
Good morning.
Mark my words. I will remember this.
Mark Sune's words.
Soon as
I'm gonna go running. See you later. He goes outside.
And run by the carriage.
You see him run by the window. Couple minutes later, you see him go by the window again.
Dude, how does that guy do this?
He's a barbarian. What do you
I'm a
expect?
fighter. I can't run like that.
He's a lot bigger than you. Clearly. He's probably got more endurance than you do.
Kind of hurts. That's pretty strong and big. Really think he's bigger?
Jenny goes by the window.
Yes.
Oh,
We're a lies eating wood elf.
oh.
He is a big, strong human.
Human barbarian.
Yes, that's what I said. He probably has more endurance than the guy
I'm
does.
I feel cut to the heart a little bit. Like, oh, you guys kidding me
That
with this?
stings a
It
little
stings
bit.
a little. My pride is like being
ego.
ego is like being feeling attacked,
All right.
but I don't say anything to him. I just take it.
I get some snow with a little bit of ice in the core, and I'm just waiting for him to pass by, and then
Make it an attack roll. What's his AC again? I forget.
17, I think.
pretty high.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's got a shield.
I don't think he would be training with the shield.
He might,
And
but that would take, if he's not got the shield, then he's down to a 50. He's a 7.
I don't see any shield. All
Okay.
right. Make your attack roll if your snowball. You're throwing it. Now you're in. Are you out? Did you go outside or?
Yeah, I went
I was gonna
outside.
say you trying to throw it through the window or? what
No,
you
no,
trying to do?
I stepped outside. I
Okay.
stepped outside.
Put
and-
that snowball together. Wait for him to come around the corner.
Would you mind if I nailed a natural one?
By all means, the floor is yours.
So I walk out, and as he's passing by, I get the snow just right. I rear back, ready to throw. I slip a little bit, and it goes up in the air, hits the roof, and then as he comes around the corner, both of us just get covered in the roof snow, just like. And
As the clumps of snow come.
gotcha.
Got you. Got yourself.
I kind of want to mess with Joshua too, but in a weird way.
Oh, shit.
I want to make him. I want to go cast. Before that, I was going to try and intervene before I threw the snowball to cast Long Strider on him, so that he got faster before he could get hit. But, yeah. But anyway,
That's all right.
yeah. Anyway, I do want to cast Long Strider on him.
Okay,
And
sure.
I want him to just get an instant speed.
You see him pop out of the snow.
just for fun. Just want to see him run faster.
Double timing it now. Look at me.
Little
He goes by.
I just go
Look
to
at
the
me.
wagon.
He goes by.
Just the wagon. Not even.
Look at me.
This is so what?
He runs by next time. He's got his hand out. Gotcha! As he goes around the corner.
Sorry, Trevor. No chance of catching him now.
Without burning something down. Harness up the horses and
You got it.
get in. Wasn't trying to be cool in that situation. This, that's Trevor being petty.
All right. Horses are hooked up. Equipment is packed up and stowed on. You're ready to make your way to Moundville and beyond.
Yep.
And load up. Who's driving?
If anyone else wants to drive, if not, I'll do it.
I don't have the survival skills, so.
Me either. No, no, survival is still not great.
I'm proficient in survival.
Whoa, we got a new driver.
I would expect the ranger to be.
Java.
Sure, I'll take over.
Oh, you got it. As she takes the reins and let's go.
Survival check.
Survival check.
17.
17 without issue. The roads are pretty much clear again as your day on the road is met with travelers passing by every now and again, waving a greeting hello as you pass and just asks, how is the road ahead?
Pretty clear.
Thank you as they pass on
You're
by.
welcome.
Yep. And without issue, the day goes by again as you pull into Moundville, securing your horses at the stable. You've entered the city, gone through the gates, shown your badges, and have been allowed to enter. Take your cart to the stables, they unhook your horses, you guys unload your gear. Mountain is yours. There's your typical sapphire haunt that you've.
Trevor, you mentioned before we should stock up on stuff here, right?
I mean,
Healers?
if that's what you want, yeah, this would probably be our last real good place to get it before we head out.
So I know for sure I could buy. I don't mind buying. What did you say it was? Healer kits.
Yeah,
I could buy. Let me check, see where my money is at. But I think I could.
I got the healer's kits covered right now.
Are you sure?
How many you got?
Okay.
I've got one charge left on this one. I plan on getting another 2. Or sorry, another 2 kits.
Right, that's what I assumed. That's kind of what I was thinking too.
Is there anything else that I can chip in and buy something if there's anything else that you all think would be of use? Besides that, is there?
I mean, I'm stocked up on arrows for a while. So pretty good on that.
Okay.
Same here on. I'm okay on arrows.
How's your armor? Is your armor all right, or?
Yeah, my armor's fine.
Okay.
Actually, I was have one for arrows. Probably grab a couple.
Well, before we leave, if any of you think of anything that I can help chip in on for stocking up on something, let me know.
Ammunition, very.
And we don't need to roleplay the healer's kits.
Okay.
If
No worries. Make sure.
What?
Unless there's a special cutscene.
I'm going to purchase 2 more grosses of arrows that I have a spare.
More grosses of
Yeah,
arrows.
20 count is 1 gold, so
Sure.
we're having 40.
You got it.
Not necessarily a quiver, just gross,
Right.
handful of arrows. I've got 20 in my quiver now, just to have spares. And however they come in a box or whatever. I don't need to buy.
Right.
If I can just buy the ammo.
Is that what it's under? Ammunition.
There's a small chart
Yeah.
at the bottom of the page before page the items table. The equipment table. So after the armor, after the weapons and armor. Keep going. Next page. Next page. Right there.
Yep. Quiver. Storage. And 20 arrows. Yep. Basically 20 arrows just tied.
Bound together.
Yeah. With twine. Yep.
So 2 bundles of arrows.
You got it. Easy enough.
That'll give me 60
Yeah.
total.
1 gold apiece. 2 gold total. No problem. Easy enough to pick up. There's plenty of stuff.
I figured Moundville would be the spot where we could just
Yeah. Always
get anything and everything we need.
use
Get
it.
our head south. I don't know how far the next town's gonna be. I mean, we'll have a stop in most likely Lone Tree. But I don't know what they're gonna have. They're a smaller community, so I figured we
Yeah.
could get whatever we need here. Stock up on provisions, rations.
Smart thinking. Moundville would be the place that has the most resources.
Yeah.
Whereas, much like Blackstone and Shady Hill and Lone Tree, there are some things, but more what is required of that region, or less what.
Quick question when it comes to when you use an arrow,
Yep.
hits an enemy.
Yep.
Are you able to? Is it done? Or can you pull it out and is it usable?
You can, after a battle or whatnot, you can roll to see how many arrows you can
Okay.
regain or require.
I have like 19 right now. I know I'm good. I was just curious how that.
That's kind of one of the things too, is when you're using ammo and you need to make sure you're keeping track of what you have.
Exactly.
How many you use, how many you recover.
But
How
I
many
mean,
were miss?
I have a longbow, but I don't use it super often, so
Right.
I think I'm good with 19 arrows.
Depends on what the fight is. I mix arrows and the sword, so.
Right.
I was just debating if I should buy another quiver or not. But I think I'm probably good. 15. Let's see. What I got. Oh, I'm just thinking of what we could stack up on. I
Yeah.
don't know what else. We got the healer's kit stuff. We've got potion.
Rations.
How many
Provisions.
charges of potion?
Got 2 potions. 2 healing potions.
Are they one and done?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think 2 is enough, or do we have to? As that we can't buy those.
You can. They're
They're really expensive.
And we just pull.
Right.
We pull folk.
here.
Just a reminder for the rule of healing potions. You can use your action to regain full
Mhm.
healing from a healing potion, but typically it's a bonus action to use a healing potion, which you would roll.
Right.
So just wanted to reiterate so that you are all aware of that again.
Action if we're planning on.
Action if you want
feed it.
full amount.
What about if we're feeding it to another person?
Same thing.
Same thing?
Yep. Full action you need to take. This is during combat.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna place the 2 out in front of me. I have ways of making sure that we have the ability to heal in and out of the magic. So, would someone like to hold on to these in case of an emergency?
Joshua grabs one. I'll take one. You know, I'm up front anyways, right?
I mean, TJ, do you want it? I'll take it if you don't want it. Or Shaba, do you want it? I can take it.
Or wait, does anybody else want? I'm sorry. Does anybody else want
Well,
it?
I was thinking,
Sure.
well, my first thought was having Trevor hang on to both of them. Since he was so
Put
good
the
at
bag
bounce.
down.
I just hang on, let me finish. But if the fighter and the barbarian want to carry one each, it would make it easier for them to use it in combat than having to wait for Trevor potentially to get to them. But Trevor was so good as a combat medic in one of our fights, getting to everybody, he could hang on to him as well. Just my opinion. Doesn't matter one way or the other to me. So you each want one, that's fine.
I would feel better having one. I mean, as you all know,
Try.
I've gone down a lot.
Yep.
Joshua's.
And it'd be nice to have a little bit of control over when I get healed. So
You in control.
it can be done.
Kind of.
And the last battle I only went down a couple times, but the other battles I went down a lot more. So I think having it, I'm with Joshua. I think having it on myself will help control that. Although I do have second wind. So.
You've got level 4, so you've got 3 uses of second wind.
I do.
Huh.
Java, you sure you wouldn't want it?
No.
Okay.
I don't want
She's more of a range.
I was thinking,
Joshua could
I
technically
want it
take
back.
both of them. Too.
I was thinking of giving one to you, TJ, just in case I happen to be incapacitated.
I suppose, I mean, that'll work. If you want me to.
I mean, it's an emergency situation. If I'm unavailable to help others, it's good to have someone that is fast who can take care of the situation.
I think that's why more wise than me taking it.
All right.
Well, how much does it cost to make one of these things?
24 gold in 8 hours of time. Yeah.
8 hours.
Well.
is a killer.
And
You know,
That- that's just with me. If we buy it off of the store, it's probably going to be double.
we need more gold.
Yeah.
Do a job or something.
That's not a
Does anybody have any gear or things they want to sell? I looked at my stuff. I'm like, I don't think I can sell much.
Fucker Joshua's inventory. Oh yeah, I'll sell all this shit.
Yeah, I've been looking back. We haven't.
Joshua's coming back. I don't have anything left.
I don't really have
Sold it
anything
all.
I could that I want to sell because I don't have much. I could sell my leather armor potentially. I guess I have scale armor.
You could sell your leather.
But probably, actually, I think that is.
We could ask our friend in Mountville if he's got any jobs.
But if you want,
How long do you want to stick around here though with this tablet?
the sooner we get
Oh,
south.
yeah, good point.
I mean, we can take on jobs, but we're gonna be
Yeah, no, that's right. Still need money.
well. Did you get a bunch of weird shit off of some of these creatures and humanoids?
Most of it's garbage.
Can't sell any of that stuff.
Really. And you took the longsword. Joshua took the shield. I got 4 smoke bombs. Eternal. Those who spell the eternal chalk. It's not like I'm gonna ever use it.
The what?
Eternal chalk.
Oh, yeah.
Never wears. Only owner can erase. That off the fight with White Wolf. And a polished black gem warm to the touch. We never did figure out how much that is.
Oh, shit. We should have probably done that.
Last I
earlier.
checked, it wasn't magical. It was just warm. Honestly, the eternal chalk could be rather useful in for utility purposes. Say, hold on to it.
Alright. Going back.
Is it DM if I want to sell my leather armor? It says the cost in here is 10 gold, 10 GP, 10 gold.
Right.
So how much would that sell? Or where is there? How do I
Right.
figure that
So,
out? Is it?
so cost is when you're buying it new.
Yep. Yep.
So I would say a minimum of half of that, depending on condition. Right. So if it's beat up, you're probably not going to get.
I mean, it went through
Sure.
2 battles.
Right.
That's all. All the other battles we had, I had scale armor on or
Sure.
no armor.
Yeah. And you sell it. How much does it say?
It says 10 gold. I'll sell it for whatever. I mean, I don't really need it. I'm not gonna use
Right.
it. So.
May
as well
I mean,
get
you can
something.
take it to another worker and try to bargain, I guess.
That is
That's something you want to do.
I'm gonna go do. Go barter this leather armor off myself.
You got it.
No point in keeping it when you don't need it. Even if it's 5 gold or 4 gold, it's so
Got it.
better than 0 gold. Just sitting in my inventory doing nothing.
Okay, let's see.
So there's a place called Tins and Needles. It's a standard leatherworking shop here in Moundville. And as you enter, are you by yourself doing this
I'll join him.
shop?
If anyone wants to come with
Shop
me,
is with ya?
yeah.
All right.
Sure,
Come on.
An older gentleman with a nice tight goatee, white swoop back hair. Just pounding his mallet against his tool into this leather as you enter his shop. Oh, come on in. What can I do for you? Let me
Hey.
hold on a second. Let
Wow.
me finish this up. Picks it up. He looks at it.
All right.
Puts it down.
I just want to say I know a hard worker when I see one. Jeez, nice.
Well, thank you.
Working hard there.
What can I do for you?
Well, I'm in here right now. I'm actually hoping to start building up kind of poor these days. Don't have much gold, but I have just this leather armor that I have here.
Okay.
Pull it out and show it to him. I'm wondering if we can get maybe 6 gold for this.
He walks over and he kind of inspects it a little bit. Hold on one second. He goes back through these beaded curtains. You hear, as he wheels out this. It's basically a wooden mannequin, right? Wheels it over. He's like, all right, let me see the leather armor.
Here you go.
Takes it. He starts putting it on the mannequin to sort it out. He's inspecting it. A little something there. Been a couple fights with this, huh?
Just 2, yeah, actually.
Couple of spots here.
Yeah,
I mean,
I have.
minor, but still. Would you take 3 gold?
We go 4?
Well,
I mean, I know it's not that much.
yeah, I can do 4.
I'll 4 works for me. Just
Swings it around. All right, he just takes his little mannequin. His armor just sits on it. He moves it over into the corner. 4 gold. I'll be right back. And through the beaded curtains he goes again. A little rough. Little rumbling around back there as he comes back and he's counting out coins. It's like, all right, 4 gold. Here you go.
yeah,
Pleasure.
I appreciate it. I
Yeah,
just
nope, it's fine.
can't hold on to it anymore. There's
A
no
couple
point.
of things that need to repair and clean it up.
Well, I hope you can make some profit off it.
I'm sure I'll be able to make something.
Sounds good. I
Can't
appreciate
sell
it.
it for full price, but
That works. Well, that's all I have today. I'll when we're
sure.
maybe
Oh.
when I have more gold later, when we
Stop
stop
back
back,
anytime. We're
see if
always
I can
open.
get something a little more sturdy for myself.
You got it.
Appreciate it.
Must stay. Thank you for your business.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Have a
Um,
nice day. TJ.
uh, going back over what we picked up over the time, over a while
You
ago.
guys have got, like, a lot
You
of
gave me a
weird
pouch
shit.
with some old Electrum pieces in them. You said it was worth 3 platinum.
Yep.
So I want to sell those.
Okay,
The
so
silver figurine of a goblin
So,
deity, which is you said
30 gold for all of that, right?
gold.
Mark that down, 30 gold. Take those off and give yourself 30 gold.
Gold. I got a silver figurine of a goblin deity. You said was worth 3 gold.
You got it?
Okay. And then this polished black gem warm to the touch. Find somebody like you never gave me a price, so I don't know what
Sure.
it's worth. So try and
There is a store in town called Bloodstones. The jewelry shop here.
I show it to him. I have no idea what it is, what it's worth. So
Where did you get this? Do you know what you have here?
a piece of obsidian. I don't know.
This is Firestone.
Fire stuff. Interesting. Okay.
Do you know anything about Firestone?
Do I?
Give me an intelligence check. History? Go ahead.
History.
3. You don't know anything about
I know
Firestone.
nothing.
So Firestone predominantly comes from the lair of a ancient red dragon.
Okay.
A lot of time just in the presence, the stone becomes heated in such a fashion that it is permanent and it always stays warm. It's not magic. It's just
Well, this one's
by
warm.
nature of the entity itself.
What's it
So,
worth?
what's it worth?
Yep.
Size of it. I'll give you 50 gold for
On an inside check. I want to know if he's trying to screw me.
it. Deception. Or
14.
14. Seems on the level. I mean, you don't know anything about Firestone, so I mean, 50 gold. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, I know.
What do you say?
I'll take it.
Fantastic. Palms it and just disappears. It reaches down. Puts out a sack, 50 gold. There you go.
Thank you. Uh, so that's gone. That's gone. So we went to Zagon. Oh, I know what I could do. I find a weaponsmith.
You find a weaponsmith.
I'm gonna sell one of the daggers, the blade venom one.
You got it. Shop in town called By Hammer in Hand.
Okay.
Weapon shop.
What are you getting?
You going in to sell, what is it, just one of the daggers?
Yeah, I want to keep the returning one and I'll
Gotcha.
send the blade venom one.
Sure. Dagger. Look at that.
Standard dagger, 5 or 10 gold, but since this one's actually a venom dagger.
Is this the one that comes with the vial and
Yeah,
all that stuff?
yeah. I'm assuming the vial is like in the handle or something. Yeah. I don't know. No, that's a custom.
See, I
job.
thought vile as in that disturbing or disgusting.
Not that no.
Vial.
VIAL.
Yeah.
VILE.
Yeah, it's essentially a vial of poison that sits within the handle of the dagger that, upon sticking it, produces poison.
I'll sell
damage
that
along
one.
with it. Sure. 2 gold.
Gold.
Regular daggers only worth 2 gold. This
Okay.
is basically full price for a standard dagger. Sorry, they're not very expensive.
That's fine. All right.
Sell it?
I didn't need it.
I didn't hear him say. I was
Yeah.
making sure.
Yeah.
I'm just checking to see if there's anything else I got. I picked up. So.
Should I sell my alligator snapping head?
No.
Oh, come on. You know how much I can get for this thing?
We need that.
You copper.
You know,
I'd never sell this thing. I love this thing.
Zagine has a thought in his head to remind Josh. Well, I'll remind him now, but anyway. Hey, you know when we do our rests when we're out on the road? Set that thing up every single night. Set up somewhere so that
That's a good
so we
idea.
don't get ambushed. So I'll have to. I don't know. As
You gotta
what you wanna
remind me
with
to do that. When
Yeah.
would,
Oh yeah,
Well,
I forgot about
camping.
these. Back to the weaponsmith.
okay.
Back to the carriage to grab these, and then back to the weapons.
You gotta tell me what the shop name was.
I don't know. Hammer and something. Hammer and sickle.
By hammer in hand.
Hammer in hand.
All right, what are you selling?
We picked up 3 scimitars,
Scimitar.
1 morning star, 1 javelin, and a short bow.
Morning Star. 8 gold you'll get for that one.
Morning star.
Scimitar. Very scimitar. What the hell? Oh wait, there it is. How many scimitars?
3.
Holy shit, really? 36 gold total for all 3.
Wow.
1 javelin.
Javelin. Oh. I mean, sell the javelin. Couple silver.
Okay.
They're only worth 5 silver buying them new.
I know.
So.
What about a short bow?
Short bow. Where are you? Short bow. Let's see. 15 gold for sure. They're feeling generous.
Those go away. Should have got that long sword.
You actually did it. So.
Um,
I asked him earlier, and now look at him go. So you sure you don't have a bunch of shit to sell?
Yeah, I'm going back through my notes here from a while ago. So hang on a second. Longsword, took Zagon, shield to I got a holy symbol, flail with a white head. I don't know who would buy a holy symbol. They're a shop that deals in religious artifacts or something.
Probably find some sort of like antique-ish religious type store that might be able to take it.
We got
Or
something.
willing to take it, maybe a general store of some sort.
It's probably not going to get.
Gold. Gold. Huh?
Okay.
Sun's going down.
Yeah.
Get rid of that. My caltrops I'm hanging on to.
Yeah.
Long. Joshua took the other short bow.
You don't have anything to sell?
Nope.
Nothing?
Nope.
Not a thing?
Here.
Your bow. Your short sword.
Hell no.
Your armor.
Nope.
Shield?
No.
No.
Nope.
All right.
I'm good.
Okay.
Sold one of the daggers.
Just wanted to check.
No worries. I'm good
Uh,
for now.
Joshua got the shield. Zagon got the long sword. Good shovel. Got the smoke bomb. Okay. Yeah. Go back to wherever we were. We at the where's it? Sapphire, yeah, thank you.
I don't know. You guys never made mention of where you're going. Just people wanted to go shopping.
Well,
So she was
assuming
with me at the
Sapphire Inn.
the armor
It's
place.
a tanner.
The
The
tanner.
Tanner.
Yep.
You know, I probably
So-
get my stuff done early because I wouldn't barter too much. So I'll go pick up some rooms at the Sapphire.
You got it easy enough.
Yep.
What did we say the rooms were at the Sapphire again? I forget offhand.
A golden night.
That was Sapphire. I thought was like 2 gold. I could be wrong.
Let's find out.
Where did I write?
Blah blah blah.
All right. Wednesday. So 2 gold a night
Yeah,
per room.
per room.
Yep.
Right, 6 gold.
It's a very fine establishment.
Right.
He's gonna.
As our adventurers have done their shopping, done their selling. They have made their way to Moundville. On their journey to Shady Hill, to the Dwarven Fortress, wherever the road takes them next. Tune in next week.
Oop, one last thing.
Oh, sure. One last thing.
32 gold, 32 gold, 32 gold, and 32 gold.
Rich
You're
bitch!
giving us 32 gold.
Yes.
Yay.
32 gold. Make note for Joshua, somebody, that he gets 32 gold.
Well, thank you, Trevor. Or
Or Joshua, if you're watching this, mark down 32 gold. Uh-huh.
I mean, this is all loot that we looted,
Yep.
so it's not like I'm going to keep it all for myself.
Actually, a nice little,
Nice little chunk
payday,
after getting
yeah.
through everything.
Yep.
I'll keep the little bit of excess, few silver and copper.
Yep, fair enough.
The bulk of it got split up between everybody.
Yep. Our adventurers sought more answers, looked, researched, said their goodbyes to their companions and their trainers in Drakmore, and made their way to Moundville, where they have sold a lot of excess baggage they've been carrying around with them and made a nice payday for themselves.
Well, extra.
Tune in next week. That's Friday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Here on twitch.tv/TM2 Studios, as well as at YouTube. Give us a like and a subscribe and a follow. It doesn't cost you anything, and it does us some good for us. My name is Mike. Happy to be your DM for this evening. From all of us here at TM2 Studios, we wish you a good night. Bye.